All right, today we're heading up into the treetops of Australia to get to know one of the world's most iconic and, let's be honest, most beloved animals, the absolutely unique koala.
Okay, let's just get this out of the way right now because it's the first thing everyone thinks. You see this fluffy, sleepy creature hugging a tree, and your brain immediately says, koala bear. I mean, it looks just like a living teddy bear, doesn't it? But is it actually a bear?
Not even close. A koala is a marsupial, which puts it in a totally different class of mammal from bears. Fun fact, their closest living relatives are actually wombats. And right there, that's the first clue to what makes this animal so incredibly special.
So, if it's not a bear, then what is it? Well, let's start with its name, because that tells us a fantastic story about how this animal actually lives.
You know, the name koala is believed to come from the Darug language, spoken by First Nations people in Australia. And it means something like no water or no drink. Now that's not because they don't need water, but because they are so perfectly designed for their environment that they get almost all the moisture they need just by munching on eucalyptus leaves. How cool is that?
And hey, if you want to sound like you know your stuff, the proper term for an adult male is a buck, an adult female is a doe, and of course, probably the most famous one, a baby koala is called a joey.
Now, koalas are absolute masters of the forest canopy. They don't just happen to live in trees. Their entire body is like a custom-built toolkit for a life spent high above the ground.
Scientists have a great word for this, arboreal. It just means they're tree dwellers. They spend almost their whole lives up there. And when you watch them, they make climbing look so easy, so effortless. So, what's their secret?
Well, they have an incredible set of tools. Get this. On each front paw, they have not one, but two opposable thumbs. That gives them a ridiculously strong grip on branches. Their long, sharp claws dig into bark like climbing picks, and their powerful thigh muscles just propel them right up. Oh, and for all those hours just sitting around, they've got extra thick fur and a special pad on their behind that acts like a built-in cushion.
And all those amazing climbing skills really just serve one purpose: getting to their food. A koala's diet is so specialized, and it pretty much dictates everything else about their unique lifestyle.
Take a look at this number, 22. That is how many hours a koala can sleep in a single day, up to 22 hours. That's more than almost any other animal out there.
Which leads to a really obvious question, right? Why are they so sleepy all the time? I mean, are they just lazy? The answer is not at all. It's actually a brilliant strategy for survival. The whole secret is in their food. Eucalyptus leaves are really tough. They don't have much nutrition, and they even have compounds that are poisonous to most other animals. So, to survive on this low-octane fuel, koalas have a super slow metabolism. All that sleeping is just the ultimate way to save every single bit of energy they get. And here is their secret weapon for handling that diet. It's this specialized organ called a cecum, and it can be 200 centimeters long. I mean, that's taller than many people. It's packed with special bacteria that work overtime to break down all that tough fiber and neutralize the toxins, letting them eat something almost no one else can.
So you might think of them as these quiet, solitary animals, just snoozing in a tree. But koalas have their own ways of interacting and communicating, especially when it's time to find a mate.
It's actually pretty easy to tell the males and females apart if you know what to look for. The males, or bucks, are a lot bigger and have a broader face. But the real giveaway is that large scent gland right on their chest. It often leaves a bit of a stain. The females, or does, are smaller, have a clean white chest, and, of course, they have that famous backward-facing pouch.
And the male koalas are not shy about making their presence known. They let out these surprisingly deep, bellowing calls that can travel a long way. It's their way of attracting females and warning other males to back off. They also use that scent gland we just saw, rubbing their chest all over trees to mark out their territory.
And all that communicating leads to one of the most incredible stories in the entire animal kingdom, the development and journey of a baby koala, the joey.
A joey's first year is just amazing. At birth, it's only the size of a jelly bean. Tiny, blind, totally hairless. It makes this incredible, unassisted journey into its mother's pouch. It stays in there for about 6 or 7 months, just safely drinking milk. Then, to get ready for a lifetime of eating eucalyptus, the joey eats a special substance from its mother called pap. It sounds a little weird, but this gives it all the good bacteria its stomach needs. Finally, it pops out and rides around on its mom's back, learning the ropes until it's ready to go solo at about a year old.
So beyond all the fascinating biology, the koala holds a really special place in the hearts of people, not just in Australia, but all around the world.
I mean, think about it. Alongside the kangaroo, the koala is instantly recognizable as a symbol of Australia. That distinctive, cuddly look has made it a global icon, representing the completely unique wildlife of an entire continent. And this importance runs so deep in First Nations cultures. This line comes from a Gumbaynggirr dreaming story, and it tells of the koala brothers saving people by creating a bridge with their own bodies. It's such a powerful story, showing the koala as a helper and a really significant spiritual figure.
And that brings us to a final thought. The koala is a true specialist. Its body, its behavior, its very name, it's all defined by the eucalyptus trees it calls home. And it really makes you wonder, if an animal's entire story is so deeply tied to its food and its environment, what does that teach all of us about the incredible importance of home?